Hey guys, it's Simblr and welcome back to part 2 of my Build Forgotten Hollow series. Today we are working on, I believe it's the smallest lot in Forgotten Hollow. It's the first one whenever you come into town. I'm not 100% sure on that, but yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the one I built on. But this one I want to do something a little bit different. It's a lot smaller than what I had planned on building for this series. So yeah, and it's close to... No, it's not. I lied. I'm sorry. I thought it was close to starter home price, but it is not. It's on a 30 by 20 lot, and the price is 45,388 simoleons, and there's only one bedroom and one bathroom, so it is a relatively small house. But I guess if you want to start out as a human and then eventually become a vampire and just save up some money to buy this house, then you can do that, because there is a coffin in the bedroom. It's a very small bedroom. There's no way you can fit a double bed in there, maybe a single bed, but yeah, it's a very small house, and there's only one level. So the living room is a little bit weird, which you'll see later on in the video, but the idea I had for this house, I just looked on Google for like some Halloween house figurines, because I like the way they look, and that's kind of the idea I had for this town. I didn't want it to be too Halloween though, so that you could still use these houses after Halloween. There are a few Halloween decorations, so you can just remove those, because it's really just some pumpkins and ghosts and stuff. I don't think I used any pumpkins in this house, but I will insert a clip of the image I used as a reference, and I just tried to match it as best as possible and just came up with my own colors and everything. So yeah, I'll insert that clip for you guys to see. And so yeah, I'm trying out different editing software, so we'll see how that goes. Hopefully I can figure it out and I won't have to record this again, but I guess we'll find out, won't we? But I did have a bit of trouble trying to figure out the windows, because the walls are all diagonal, because that's the idea I had for this house, just make it a diagonal house. So the windows just didn't look right to me, and see, I had this 3 wide wall here, I guess, and then it like stretches it so that whenever it's a diagonal wall, the walls are kind of longer, and I just didn't like the way anything looked, because the 1 wide windows all just looked too small, and I wanted to have some bigger windows, and then I was like, you know what, they're vampires, they don't need really big windows, so I just went with whatever I could find. And so that's what I ended up going with, are these weird shutter windows for most of it, and then I believe these windows came with vampire stuff, and then the little shutter, the closed shutter windows, I thought they went well with it. I wish there was some like broken windows and stuff. Those would have been really cool, but there's not, so I just went with what I had, and I like the way the house turned out. It's probably one of my favorite builds, and I did like build it on a type of rocky hill thing, because I've seen a few houses like that and I wanted to try it. So that's what I did. I just put some rocks under the base there, so the basement isn't actually accessible. If you want to move the rocks and somehow add a basement in later, then you could probably do that, but the rocks go through the basement, so I just didn't bother with it, because there was no point, because Sims wouldn't be able to walk through it. At least I don't think they would, but yeah, that's the idea I had for it. But there was no custom content used, so that's always good, usually, because I don't have to link things and you don't have to download things, so it works. But I did use a few game packs and expansion packs and stuff. I did use stuff from City Living, Get Together, Vampires, Dine Out, Movie Hangout, Spooky Stuff, and Holiday Celebration, which the Holiday Celebration stuff was a free pack, I believe, and I just used the new Diwali lights. I guess that's how you pronounce it. I'm assuming that's how you pronounce it, but I just used those lights on the exterior a little bit to act like Halloween lights. Unfortunately, you can't recolor them, so I couldn't make them like Halloween colors, but it's fine. They work and they do the trick, so yeah. And I really like the way the house turned out. It like I said, it's really, really small, so if you like to live in cramped houses, this is a perfect house for your Sims. So yeah, and now I'm just working on the exterior a little bit. I do add more cracks and stuff, which I didn't cut out, so that's unfortunate, but this speed build wasn't that long. Anyway, I'm pretty sure the build only took me a little over an hour to do with all the clips and everything. I'm pretty sure it just came to like an hour or so. So, yeah, it wasn't too bad. And I'm just adding all these dead trees, and then that big tree over there, in the picture, there was like this crystal ball in the tree, and I really wanted to incorporate that into this build, so I just grabbed a light that I thought maybe looked like a crystal ball. Unfortunately, it has a giant candle in the middle of it, but yeah, it's fine. It works. It did the trick, and I do add some little ghosties to the trees and to the roof and everything, and I'm in love with this house, honestly. If I actually played in the houses I build, I'd definitely use this house. But unfortunately, I don't actually play that much, and when I do, my families are too big and I have to build a giant house. And then by the time I finish building the house, I just don't feel like playing it anymore. So that's unfortunate. But, and I don't really play with vampires all that much either. So that, I mean, it's whatever. And then the inside, I just went with this paneling wall because I wanted it to look like an old house that it just had like this weird paneling on the wall and stuff. You know how you see in some old houses, right? Probably. And it just makes more sense with the tears and stuff in the walls, the ones that have like the paneling underneath it. I like to line it up with the paneling on the wall, and it looks pretty cool. So that's the idea I had for this, and I just used the same wallpaper throughout the house, and you know, it works. And then I tried to use the Get Together, what is this, terrain paint, I guess, yeah, pathway, and I just didn't like the way it looked, so I went back to the original idea I had of just using the whatever. And then I was gonna make the rocks black. I think, yeah, I was gonna make the rocks black because I came up with the name Blackhill House. That's the name of this house on the gallery. I'll link it in the description for you guys. But yeah, so I was gonna make the rocks black because I was like, okay, it makes more sense if the rocks are black because it was Blackhill House. But I just didn't like the way they looked with the house. I liked the kind of gray look that it had going on, and you know, gray is technically a lighter shade of black, so that's fine. So yeah, now I'm just adding in some little decorations and stuff to the exterior, some little details added. Little ghosties. There's that little crystal ball I told you guys about. I don't like that it has the giant candle in it, but I mean, there's nothing I could do about that, and it's the only light I could find that closely matched what the image had, where it had like the crystal ball thing, and I didn't know what else I could have used for that. I guess if I'd checked in the buy debug menu, I probably could have found something, but I didn't because I was lazy. So, yeah. And I did add some of the lights hanging from the trees as well, which, these lights are free, so, I mean, if you got the last patch, then you'll have these lights in your game. So, yeah, that's not too bad. I'm sorry if I just bumped the microphone with my hand. I don't know what to do with my hands right now. But, yeah, we're adding a lot of details to the exterior. I didn't realize the exterior took so long to build. I'm pretty sure the exterior took longer than the inside, because I know, I built the exterior, and that probably took most of the time. It probably took about an hour or so to do the exterior. I probably should have sped it up a little more, but, in the second clip, I just did a little bit of the interior. I think I did everything except the bathroom in the second clip, and it took about 15 minutes. So, the interior doesn't take very long at all. And then, this one is only going to be one part, which, I'm sure you can tell by the, what am I talking about? The title of the video. So, yeah, this is probably the shortest build I'm doing for this series, for the entire Build Forgotten Hollow series. I wanted to be able to finish it by Halloween, but there's no way I'm going to be able to, because I know that for the biggest lot, I have an idea for that one, and it's going to be pretty big build, and it'll probably be 3 parts, if not more. So, unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to finish all this by Halloween. There will still be some Halloween details added, like some little pumpkins and stuff, because I guess it's a little more fall themed. I wish there were just some, actually there might be in the debug menu, there might be some just regular pumpkins, because I had an idea for building like a little pumpkin patch or something. So, yeah, we'll just see how that goes. And then, actually, I guess I could just level up my Sims gardening skill and play in the house a little bit and build a little pumpkin patch, plant some. So yeah, I don't know what I was trying to do with that gargoyle there. I mean, it was obviously way too big. And this Vladislav painting, is that his name? I don't know, but I don't know why I was trying to fit it in the bedroom, because I knew there was no possible way fit in there ever. So I'm not really sure what I had going on there. But yeah, the bedroom's not that detailed, honestly. It's just a bunch of tears and rips and stuff in the wall, which, I mean, they're vampires. They don't really need much to live on, and this house was built with the vampire in mind. So obviously, there's a coffin in the bedroom. But, I mean, humans can sleep in the coffin, so that's fine. And, so I just put the coffin in there and some lights, and I did put just a little bit of candlelight in here. I didn't want there to be too many lights because I still wanted the house to be kind of dark and stuff because, like I said, I had in mind that a vampire was supposed to live here. So I wanted to keep the lighting kind of dim, and I probably should have just went into live mode, live mode. I don't know. I call it live mode. People call it live mode. I don't really know what it's called. But anyway, I should have just went in that and dimmed the lights a little bit because I think it would have looked a little bit better. But I did not because I forgot, honestly. So I didn't do that. And then I just used these cheap chairs that came with City Living. I believe they're the ones you get at the flea market. So I thought they'd go perfectly in this house. I probably should have made them a darker color, but I actually don't think they came within a darker color. Sorry if I'm talking really fast, but I don't think those chairs come in a darker color. I think they just come in colorful colors. Yeah. And I did use move objects in this house quite a bit, so you'll need to move objects on whenever you're downloading the house. And I did test this house before because whenever I was building it, I was like, okay, I don't know how well this house is going to work, because usually whenever I build houses that have a lot of diagonal walls, and this house was entirely made of diagonal walls pretty much, my Sims always have a little bit of routing issues and everything, so I definitely wanted to test this house beforehand, and everything does work. My Sim was able to cook her meals and everything just fine, wash her dishes in the sink. She was able to sleep in the coffin just fine and come in and out of it in all of the rooms. And she was able to use the bathroom and bathe and everything, so I did make sure to test that. And so everything works perfectly fine, and so that is good. Unfortunately, the last one did not turn out so well, but I'm pretty sure there was only one issue in the last house anyway, but it's okay. I fixed it, and I did put some of the water stains under the windows on this one. I don't think I did in the last one. I can't exactly remember, honestly, but I think I may have had, like, floor height, what am I saying? Floor height windows? I don't know. But I don't think I used the water damage in the last build, but I did use it in this one quite a bit. I used it under the windows, and then I used it in the bathroom behind the shower area, which the shower area is a little bit weird because it was a diagonal, and it was just a one wide space, so I'm like, okay, a shower will fit in there perfectly, but I forgot that it was a diagonal, and the walls are kind of stretched on diagonals, so it doesn't fit there perfectly, but it's fine. I mean, I was able to put something over there to fill in that little area, so it works perfectly. And I'm glad that you can actually move the mirrors and stuff in this one wherever you want to on the wall, because if not, then it would have been really uncentered and would have bothered me, because I didn't want to put the sink right in that corner. So that worked out perfectly, and it made me happy. But the screenshots are coming up. There's only a few screenshots because, like I said, this is a very small house, but this is on my gallery. I'll have the link in the description for you guys. It's called Blackhill House. It's just 2 words. You'll see in the title. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. If you're enjoying the series, please leave a like, comment, or subscribe. It lets me know that you like the series and you want to see me continue it. But I believe there's only 3 lots left in the series. But thank you guys so much for watching. Please leave a like, comment, or subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!
this 6-year-old child with this blank, pale, emotionless face.